Yo, 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 what's up? This time I'm judging the peach capital with a steak, baby. All right, boys and girls. HR 397. Wax and grease remover. Get you one of these little pump sprayers from Tampco and get one for HR 397 wax and grease. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go around here and we're gonna wipe everything down on the inside, make sure there ain't nothing going on, no contaminants, no nothing. So when I go to put my tape down, I got a nice sticky situation. I got a nice sticky situation. Hey, new to the channel, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that subscribe button for me, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. It don't cost a thing. And make sure you drop a comment because if you don't, YouTube will purge it in 48 hours because they think you a bot or whatever, and you will not be able to. They will drop it, just whatever. So that's it. Take a little. Y'all check this out. A subscriber mailed me this in the mail. Look at that right there. Make it good and dry. All right. All right. All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. We're gonna try some of this. We got yellow tape, we got green tape. So we're gonna try and see. Well, that's the end of that. I'm not even messing with it. Today's not the day, man. Today's not the day. Today's not the day. I ain't even gonna mess with somebody that want to be lazy today. What's up, T Ed? It's MCX. Hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. I sure would. Let's see. We need to go. All right, let's see. We're gonna go this way. I got the truck jacked up like it's a four-wheel drive. So I got the truck on jack stands, got it picked up. Man, there's 61 people, 77 people, and 5 likes. Man, hit that like button. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get this thing painted. Let me pull y'all in here a little bit closer. Woo-wee! We in the boot. Oh, yeah. Look, Mike. Look. Hey, Mike, if you want to check it out, look. That's 1, 2, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rolls of 1 3/4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rolls of 3/4 3M tape. And I'll use a bunch of it. So uh got it all jacked up. I need a dang on stool to get up in this junk. Can y'all see pretty good? Y'all see pretty good? So what I'm doing is I'm taping up the back plates. Taping up the back plates. Taping up the back glass. I'm doing a reverse tape. I'm doing a reverse tape. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna explain it to you. Doing a reverse tape. There is no school to go to learn how to tape up vehicles. Um, it's just trial and error. It's just how it all just comes down to how you want to do it. Um, like I said, there's no there's no manual on taping. There's no class on tape. There's not a class to take that I'm aware of that teaches you how to tape up anything. It's just by experience. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, no way you. Hey, I use a lot of tape, man. A lot of tape. A lot of tape. I use a lot of tape. I use a lot of tape. It's silver tape. I don't. I ain't never seen no silver tape. What's up, Carlos? I ain't never seen no silver tape. What kind of silver tape you talking about? You talking about duct tape? You talking about duct tape? Is that what you talking about when you say silver? Or are you talking about duct tape? Now I'll use duct tape on the floor when I go when I go to take the paper and stuff to the floor. I'll use duct tape, and then I use duct tape sometimes on the inside of the wheel wells. Sometimes I'll use duct tape if that's what you're referring to. Um, this is 3M tape here. What's up, Kendall? Well, he said silver, Mike. He said silver tape. That's the only tape I know he's talking about is silver. It's the only tape I understand. I mean, unless he's talking about a different kind of tape, then I don't know what he's talking about. He said silver. That's the only thing I can think of. It's chilly today, too, boys and girls. It's chilly. It's going to be chilly tomorrow. So it probably take me most of the day to get this taped up. Um, and then when the floor dries, I'll put cardstock down on the floor. And after I put cardstock down on the floor, um, after I put my 3-year-old grandson is infatuated tape right now. He could have all that tape in a ball. So that, hey, I can see that. I mean, I can see that. I can see that. Williams 1367. Oh yeah, yeah. It's not solvent approved. Yeah, that's right, Mac. What's say, Mac? Yeah, you're right. It's not, but I use it to tape paper to the floor. Because this is a concrete floor, so I use that. Let's see if I can get this tape. That's what I'm doing right now. Let's see if I can get this tape on this cart. Ha ha! All right, let's see how long. Let's see how long it stays on there. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're probably right on that, Mike. Let's see if this. Let's see if it stays on there. Ah, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Um, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have put the tape on there. I shouldn't put the tape on there. I need it backwards. I'm gonna take the tape off. I'm gonna take the tape off. I'll show you why. I need the blue facing out, not facing in. I just told y'all I'm gonna do a reverse table. I just told y'all I'm gonna do a reverse tape job. And I put the damn tape on there anyway. I shouldn't have put the tape on there. I'll take it off. It's all right. I made it work. It's okay. It's all right. What a wrong chat. Hold on. I don't know what the hell that's about. I don't know what the heck that was about. Do not know, 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 do not care. Honestly, don't care neither. Don't care, don't know, don't really care. Now I had a razor blade. I had a razor blade. Put it down. Ha! There she is. I need to go buy. Oh yeah, and I'll take duct tape and I'll go around outside the door and I'll tape the door. I gotta go get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I gotta go get 16 filters. I gotta go get 16 filters. Like I said, it's gonna be it's gonna be a long day. And I need to go get some more razor blades. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing all right? We got a little bit of rain last night. Not much, but enough to wet the ground. Also, a little tip: you want to try to pull. You want to pull the tape. Um, you want to pull the paper as tight as you can get it, with no wrinkles and no nothing. You want to try to get it as flat as possible. What's up, Scoop? You want to try to get it as flat as possible. I should take the seat out. It's just sitting in there. I should take it out, but I don't want to chance. I don't want to chance scratching the rockers. Um, like I said, tape is your friend. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you can call me and what for yeah. We can talk about it all you want to. Well, that didn't work, and I ain't got no workman's comp. What the Jimmy crack corn? I so sorry. I so sorry. I so sorry. Man, y'all feel like y'all at the daggone park. Did y'all get y'all's damn ticket? Did y'all get y'all's ticket at the damn carnival? Cause we just went on a carnival ride. We just went on a carnival ride. Everybody all right? Didn't nobody have no flashbacks or nothing, did they? Everybody good? I don't know what happened. Let's see if we can redo this a little bit. Let's see. My neck, and my back. What's up, Sting? All right. Sorry about that. I was seeing if you was awake. I was just seeing if y'all was awake. I just seeing if y'all was awake. Hey, what's up, Johnny Rocket? Yeah, I replied to it, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, you know something? Let y'all, man. I have not had no appetite. I have not had no appetite in 48 hours. I have not had no appetite in 48 hours. None. I have not eaten nothing since yesterday morning. I have not eaten anything since yesterday morning. I ate a bowl of oatmeal yesterday. Um, yesterday morning, and that's pretty much it. I hadn't eaten anything else. I mean, I have drunk water. Now I've drunk a bunch of water, but I have not had anything. I have not had anything to eat since yesterday morning. None. Oh, I got a bolt in this seat. What do you say? So we're taping up. So I'll tape up the back glass, I'll tape up the front glass, and then we'll see where we're at. And then I gotta let the floor dry. We'll probably bag the back of the truck. We'll probably bag the front in this floor dry. Turn the fans on, let the floor dry. Then put cardstock down on the floor, and then tape the cab to the floor so no overspray gets underneath the truck. Um, so with that being said, and I really need to push that seat forward and hold that seat forward so I can take the back side. So hold on a second. Let me see if I can find something to put behind the seat. See if I can find something to put behind the seat to hold the seat. Let me see if I can find something to put behind the seat to hold the seat up so I can tape up the back glass. Let's see if this bolts. Yeah, this bolts will help me. It will. It will. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to zip tie this son of a gun to the damn table. Hold on, let me move y'all around here so y'all can see. I'm trying to get y'all the best angle. I need some of them glasses. I need some of them glasses. If I had some of them meta glasses, y'all could see the point of view. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I'll show you. Just bear with me. I'll show you. Just bear with me. JG, no more morning live streams for you. What happened? Something happened? What happened, Mike? Did I miss something? All right. So we got a little sag right there. I got a little sag right there in the middle, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna fix that. Let me show you how we're gonna fix that. We got a little sag right there, boys and girls. Let me show you how we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. All right, I can live with that. So we got the back. Now we gotta do the front. Now we gotta do the front windshield. This is gonna be interesting right here. Normally, I would just uh so you gotta think of it like this. You got a wrinkle, right? You got a wrinkle. So when you go to spray, your overspray is gonna get down in that wrinkle and it's gonna dry, right? So it's just gonna be laying in there. So when you come back with the next spray, it's gonna blow that overspray out, and that overspray is gonna get into your paint. So you want to try to have it, you want to have it military bed tight as possible as possible. This hat has got that lip right there, and when you do that, look, looks like I got a damn toboggan on. So that's what that is. So on this one, uh normally I would tape it up right here and put it on the outside. But I can't do that because if I do that, then when we untape it, this is going to be not painted. Even though that the windshield and the urethane and all that's going in there, I just don't want it to be like that. So what's up, Nathan? What's up? Hello from you. What are we talking about? What's up, Joseph? So we're gonna tape on the back side here and do the same thing on the back. Then we're gonna take the air blower and blow all the moisture and stuff off. So I'm probably just going to bring y'all around here up to the front, honestly. Yeah. That all right with y'all right there? Can I put y'all right there? Let me put y'all right there. Yeah, let me put y'all right there. What's up, YouTube? Just checking in. Just letting you. I know this ain't exciting. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even gonna go live, but I was like, you know what? We've already had 185,000 people tuning in this week. So I got 185,000 views this week. So I was like, you know what? Let's just finish the week out strong. Let's just finish the week out strong. Finish the week out strong. Just finished the week out strong. Yeah, I was looking at the analytics this morning, and it said 185,000 views this week, which is great. That's great. That's absolutely great. And I put a piece of tape down first, right? So the reason why I put tape down first is to give the other tape something to grab onto, right? That's why I do that. Like I said in the very beginning, there's no class on how to tape. There's none of that stuff. None of that stuff. It's just trial and error, experience, making mistakes. If you spend a lot of time on taping, then it makes the outcome a whole lot nicer because you have taped. Tape is cheaper than paint, so I would rather use 15 rolls of tape and not have no mistakes than use no roll of tape or hardly no roll of tape and have a mistake and then I have to go back and fix it because I mean you're gonna have mistakes. You're gonna have uploads. I mean that's life in the painting. But if you can kind of prepare and don't buy cheap tape, don't buy that damn blue painter's tape at Walmart. That shit is not for automotive. Automotive. That shit's for house paint. It's not solvent based. Once it gets solid sprayed over it, it loosens the glue, then it slides off. It just don't work. Now this 3M tape is good for water sanding. So if we're going to tape up everything you're going to water sand, you can use this 3M tape. But that Q1 tape that I got, that other tape, it don't like water at all. At all. So if it gets wet or damp, the glue separates. And y'all know how duct tape gets messed up and you pull it and it just goes all the way. It's just crazy as hell. Yeah, that's the way that tape does. And then you got to take wax and grease remover. Then you got to take Goo Gone. You got to take everything you can find to get that tape residue off. And it is a pain in the ass. I've done it. I've had tape on stuff. It get wet, get damp, and then you got to go back and try to take all that crap off. Man, I'm telling you what. It is a pain in the arse. It's a pain in the arse. ARSE. It's a pain in the arse for sure. So don't buy cheap tape. I mean, this shit's already expensive. Hell, I don't know. This shit's like $13 a roll. Shit's high. It's high as camel's ice. All right, we're gonna get a piece of paper and I don't think we're going to get a piece of. We're going to get some 36 paper. 18 ain't gonna be enough. Let me go see if I got some 36 papers. I hope I got some 36 paper. If I ain't got no 36 paper, we're gonna be in trouble. 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 We're in trouble. We're in trouble, boys and girls. Got no stinking 36-inch paper. Some of them. Damn it, Bo. Damn. We're going to put it in two pieces. We're going to do 18 and 18. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Go. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, man, I'm like, got coffee. That shit dry shut me still. That's so. I did not know. I did not have them 36 minutes. Did not know. Did not know. Did not know. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work like daylight savings time. We're gonna make it work like daylight savings time. This is we all. Yes, we are. We're gonna work like daylight savings time. We sure are. It's not ideal to do this. It's ideal to do it in one piece, but I didn't realize that I didn't have no 36-inch paper, and you can't buy this paper local, and there is no local paint shop supply house around here. I'd have to drive an hour one way just to get some 36-inch paper. So um, I'm not doing that. So this is what we do. We will make it work. 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 Oh, you jackass. I just don't gun. Oh, let me see. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. We will make it work. We will make it work. Now, I got to get on the inside. Now I got to get on the inside and do that. Uh, There's 3-foot butcher's paper everywhere. I don't know if that would work. I don't know if butcher's paper would work. I don't know, Mark. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if that would work. I don't know. Um, I don't know if that would work. I, I don't know. I know I know I use contractors paper on the floor. Like to get it low and stuff like that. I use that low, to get that. And uh, I use that on the floor. It's raining, boys and girls. I can hear it. I got a little crooked. Got a little crooked. It's not my finest. It's not my finest work. All right, one more piece on the side, then we'll get the plastic. We'll get the plastic. All right. All right, let's check up on what's up, John? What's up, John? Yeah, I'm actually now um actually what we're gonna do is what's up, John? So I'm gonna get everything taped up, and then probably Saturday about midday after I get this chicken Southwest chicken put on, I'll probably come in here and spot prime some spots. And then Sunday is supposed to be Sunday. It's supposed to be like 74 degrees Saturday. It's supposed to be like 74 degrees Sunday, 70 some degrees Monday, 70 some degrees Wednesday, and 70 some degrees Thursday. So next week's gonna be crazy. So if I'll get it spot primed. If I have to turn the heat on, I'll turn it on, whatever. The primer's a little different, so I can spray it a little bit lower than 70 degrees, about 68. Spot prime it, let it set, come back, dry sand that with 400, make it nice and slick. Do that. It's 2K epoxy, and I'm gonna mix it 4 to 1, 4 to 1 to 1.5, maybe 2. I just need it to cover. I don't need no build. Just need it down there on the bottom. I just need it down there on the bottom of the rocker. I need it on the door panel. I need it on the outside the door and up just in some little spots, right? Then let that dry, and then come back Sunday after lunch, somewhere around in there. Um, Wipe it all down, fix it, get it good and cleaned up, mix up the sealer, spray the sealer, put G7 sealer over the whole cab, right? I'll probably go live, so hit the notification bell. Yeah, the 15-degree rule. Yep, the 15-degree rule. If you I'll probably go live spraying that stuff, the sealer. Once the sealer's down, I will let it set for 12 hours. So if I get the sealer down um Sunday, 12, if I get the sealer down between 12 and 4 on Sunday, I'm not going to tell you a time because I don't know. Then 12 hours from that would be 12 hours. Then Monday morning when I get up, I come in here, I check it, make sure ain't no trash in it, nib it, do whatever they do, wipe it down with a new microfiber cloth, get it wiped down really, really good, mix up the Murder Out Black. I'll have all that stuff on the plate warmer anyway, pre-warming everything. Put 3 coats of black on it. Check underneath it. I got to put the paper down on the floor too, so I can lay on the floor, and I got to tape the truck to the floor so no overspray or nothing gets up underneath the truck on the chassis. Spray all that. Once all that's done, Tuesday, come out of the booth, wait till Wednesday, let it flash off, depending on the weather, depending on the weather. If the weather's real good on Tuesday and it's warm, then, early in the morning, I'll put the base down before lunch. And then later on that afternoon, if the weather's still good and it's 70 some degrees, 75, 80 degrees, I'll go ahead and start clearing. If the weather don't look like it's going to cooperate, in the temperature, and they see Thursday, they call it rain. I do not want to clear in the rain. Absolutely do not want to clear in the rain. Um, so if I go Monday and Tuesday, I'm watching the weather. I put the base coat down Tuesday. And while that's doing that, then I'm working on the 61 Ford box truck too. Trying to install the air conditioner unit and all that mess. So then while this is sitting down here doing this thing, I'm up in the big shop working on the 61 Ford box truck. It's like juggling cats by the tail, boys and girls. Then if everything works good, I come down here, I blow myself off, I clean up, I put my suit on, I come in here and I mix up the Murder Out Black from Tamco, and I come in here with the Luma gun, the 1.3 OP Exodus gun with the light, and I put the base down. I put 3 coats of base down. I'm painting everything at once, the doors and everything. Once all that's done, if it's good to go, that's why I don't want to base and clear on the same day, because it is a lot of moving parts and I don't want to be rushed. So Wednesday is ideal. Come in here Wednesday, check everything with the sunlight, make sure it didn't miss no spots, do all that. Once all that's good, wipe it down with a tack cloth. Everything's a good situation. Once all that's done, then come in here and put that 2104 clear on there. We're going to put about 6 coats. And I said six, 6 coats. The most coats I've ever put on a vehicle was 8 at Petty's with Glazers. Put 8 coats of clear on in one session. And that's when the 15-degree rule comes in. The 15-degree rule comes in where if it's 15-degree rule, the 15-degree rule is this. If it's 70 degrees outside and you're using 70-degree hardener and 70-degree reducer, in an ideal situation, you have anywhere, let's say the P sheet says you have 10 minutes between the time you start and finish. So if the flash times are 10 minutes and you got 70-degree reducer, 70-degree hardener, and you mix it together and the ambient temperature is 70, the panel is 70, the airflow is 70, which all that stuff is not always the same. Then you come in here and you spray. When you spray, your time starts when you start pulling the trigger, right? When you start, there's 116 people in here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that thumbs up. Let's go. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm going to give back and bless somebody with a free paint job on their truck, car, or motorcycle. So when you start spraying, that's when your timer starts. Now, it also has to do with how heavy you spray, the much of the airflow you got, the CFM of the airflow. All that stuff makes a difference, right? Let's say in a perfect situation, right? Perfect situation, right? I start spraying 70-degree reducer, 70-degree hardener, 70-degree air, 70-degree flow. Everything is 70 degrees. I have 10 minutes of flash time. Right? What's up, Holly? What's up, Rock fan? Uh, you have 10 minutes of flash time. And what that means is you have 10 minutes to get back on it. Right? Before you start having issues. Solvent pop, dieback, blistering. There's a whole bunch of generic names for it out there in the universe. But if you get on it too late, then you cause solvent pop. Because what happens, and I'm talking clear now, I'm talking clear. So when you spray clear down and you put the first coat of clear down, that reduce all that stuff is actually working to the atmosphere, right? What you got going on, right? It's gassing off, everything's going, right? The airflow, the solvents are coming. That stuff you smell, that's the solvents gassing out, right? That's gassing out, and then what's left is the solids, right? The solids, right? So this 2104 clear is like 60 to 70% solids the last time I looked at their P sheet. So think of it like this. For every ounce that you spray, 70% of that is product and the rest of it is solvents up into the atmosphere, right? So it's a high, super high solids, right? Super high. We're not talking about collision paint. We're not talking about collision clear. We're not talking about any of that shit that's thin as water. We're not talking about that. We're talking about high solid content. So your flash time is 10 minutes at 70 degrees, 70 degrees, 70 degrees. And it also depends on how hard you're spraying. So if you're a heavy sprayer like me, you have to adjust for you, right? So you wait 10 minutes. So if it says it's 12 o'clock and I start spraying and I'm done, I have to account the time that I was already actually spraying, right? What's up, what's up, Florida? Uh, no, 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 no. Flash times is when you start spraying it. When you mix it, that's called pot life. How much life that thing has, excuse me, how much life that has before it's completely solid, right? So most stuff's got like a 2-hour pot life, right? At 70 degrees. But the 15-degree rule also acts for works for that as well. We'll get to that in a second, Mike. So if it's 70, 70, 70, I got 10 minutes, right? All right, now let's say it's 85 degrees outside and I'm using 70-degree reducer and 70-degree hardener. My flash times is cut in half, right? So instead of 10 minutes, I got 5 minutes because the ambient temperature is hotter than what is designed for the spray. And that's where a lot of people get in trouble. That's where a lot of people get in a bad situation. So now when you start spraying you only have 5 minutes of flash time. That means you only have 5 minutes or less to get back on that panel. And that is not enough time to do an all over. Maybe doing a fender or a door or a bumper cover or something like that. That's okay. But an all over, absolutely not. There's no way that you can there's no way that you can put enough clear, have enough overlap, and have it good situation less than 5 minutes. There is no way that you could clear that whole cab in 5 minutes and it looked right. Now you can go in there and look like a monkey look like a goat with a diamond in his eyes, but that ain't gonna look right. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Chad? Right? So you have to adjust your flash times and your chemicals, right? So if it's 70 degrees, I'm using 85 reducer. So what that does, that's reversed. So instead of having 10 minutes, I got 15 minutes in a perfect world, right? There's still a lot of variables involved, but 15 minutes, right? If I want to get more time, then I use 95 reducer, which is 95 degrees. So if I use 95-degree reducer and 70-degree product, that's going to actually increase my flash times by double. So instead of having 10 minutes, I got 20 minutes. Um, no, I'm saying I'm not doing it. There's no way. I mean, 5 minutes to clear that whole cab inside and out and the doors. Man, that's moving, man. That is moving. That's moving. That's moving. Oh, I'm probably pretty sure I could do it, but there's no sense in doing it. What's up, 9047, Mary Beth? Welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button notification. So here is some free game. If you made it this far, I'm gonna give you some free game. That is how I spray all my products and get it to lay down slick. That's how I can spray high solid 2K epoxy with a 1.8 or a 2.0 tip, and it comes out and it looks like it's already been wet sanded and polished. That's how I can make primer lay like glass, is because of the reducer. So if I'm using 70-degree hardener, I'm using 85-degree reducer. Even the temperature is 70 degrees. I'm using 85 reducer. And the reason why I'm using 85-degree reducer, that is like giving the paint a Xanax. That's like giving the paint a benzo. That's like giving it daggone a Quaalude, letting it mellow out. Just by doing that, what you're doing is you're letting the paint, the solvents, the hardener, the catalyst, whatever, the resin, whatever you want to call it, that is letting everybody just mellow out and just chill. That's letting everybody just melt together and let them just do what they need to do, baby. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That lets everybody get down where they need to get down. If you don't do it that way, what happens is, thinking about this. Let's go to cooking, right? Let's go to cooking, right? Right? Cooking, right? So if you make an apple pie, right? We take an apple pie, we get a pie, we make the dough, we put the dough in there, we make the crust, we mix up our pie filling, we pour our pie filling in there, we take our cover, we make the cover for the apple pie, we put it on there, we crimp the edges like you're supposed to, and then you put those little nice V-cut relief cuts in the dough crust on the top, so when it starts baking, the apple jelly, the apple mix inside, all that filling starts bubbling out, and it's just poop, 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 and it just comes out all the slits, and you put it in the oven, and it says bake it at 375 for an hour, right? So you put the pie in there, and it cooks for 375 for an hour, right? You pull it out, you pull the pie out, you check the pie, you take your daggone stick, you stick it in there, make sure the crust is nice and flaky when you go through there. You go all the way down and you check the dough on the bottom and make sure you got a nice solid apple pie bottom crust. Everything's just where it needs to be. The pie filling's on the stick the way it's supposed to be. That is a good situation, right? And it depends on where you live. If you live where Mike lives, the altitude changes. If you live at the beach, it changes. It depends on what kind of unit you're using. Different ovens cook different ways. You can have a convectional oven. You can have this kind of oven. You have to learn your product. You have to learn what you're doing with, right? You have to learn it. Okay, well, I can't cook that pie at this long here in North Carolina at my zip code where my longitude and latitude is, because this stove right here cooks different. It makes a difference if you're cooking with gas, if you're cooking with electric. If you're cooking over coals, it makes a difference. So you have to know what you're doing, and you have to know what product that you're using. So we put it to food everybody eats, right? Now let's say you take your same concept of making a pie, you get your ass in a plane and you fly out to Minnesota or wherever you want to, and you go to your mama's house or your daddy's house or wherever, and you're going to make a pie for Thanksgiving, and you do the pie the same way you would do in North Carolina or Louisiana or Florida or Texas or wherever, and you cook that same pie the same way you do at home at your daddy's house in Minnesota. That pie ain't going to be right. You know why it ain't going to be right? The stove is not the same. The altitude's not the same. Nothing's not. The only thing's the same is you and the ingredients. The atmosphere where you're at and the scenario where you're at and the scenery where you're at, the equipment, everything's different. So you have to be able to be smart enough to adapt to those situations. Now, let's say you're back in North Carolina, you're cooking that pie, right? Y'all with me on that? You're cooking that pie. and you don't want to wait an hour. Man, I got to hurry up and go. I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to fast forward this pie. And what happens is you fast forward the temperature on that pie. You run the temperature up so it gets done faster. What happens is the outside is done, but the inside's not done. It's still gooey, right? Because it still ain't got what it needs to get to. Same thing with paint, with clear, especially clear and single stage. If you don't let the base, the ground coat, do what it needs to do with the adequate time, and you get on it too soon or too late, what you've done, if you get on it too soon, you're going to run it, right? It's going to run on the floor, right? If you get on it too late, what's going to happen is the top of that clear is crusted over like your pie, but the inside is still gooey because the ambient temperature on the outside has crusted over the top of the clear. The inside is still doing its thing. We still smell the solvents. You put more clear on top of it, and you didn't adjust your solvents, and you didn't adjust your reducer, and you didn't adjust your hardener, and it's the same concept, it's the same mix as you already put on there. You stack it on top of that one. Now what's happened is this clear is sitting on this clear. This clear is trying to gas out, and it can't gas out because it's crusted over, and now you got clear on top of it. Y'all remember we talked about thermoset and thermoplastic back in a few months ago in the book? Now what has happened is this clear and all the solvents is trying to soften this clear up because it's trying to do its thing, and it can't melt into it. It can't get a mechanical bite or a chemical bite because it's already crusted over. So what happens? These solvents, they're coming out. So the solvents are trying to come out and they can't come out. They say, "Hey man, let me out. Let me out. Damn it, man, let me out." So then they turn around and they go down. Well, they hit the metal. They definitely ain't going through the metal. So they turn back around and the solvents come back up, and it's like, you know what? We coming out. Poof. And you got these little blisters, these little bubbles that come up and go boop, boop. Solvent pop. You got these little bitty things. Now, fish eyes is completely different. We're talking about solvent pops. Then what happens is this stuff starts trying to dry, and it can't get out because you've covered it up. You've cooked the pie too fast. You didn't let everybody get out before you slammed the door on them. Now you got solvent pop. And then guess what? You stacked on top of it. So that solvent's coming through this. And guess what? Poop, 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 poop. You got solvent pops everywhere. And you know how you get that shit out? Sand it all off and start all over. You got to sand it all the way down and start all over. Just like and you didn't pay attention. You're either going to eat raw dough or you're going to throw it in the trash. You're going to start all over or feed it to the dogs. You're going to have to start over, right? So that's where the 15-degree rule comes in. The 15-degree rule comes in. I was talking to Big Fish yesterday, and Big Fish has been laying it down on his 54 Chevrolet. Boy's been laying it down. And I ain't even gonna tell you the color he sprayed it because I don't even know if I don't even know if he's let it out in the universe. But I'm just gonna say it's one of my favorite colors. I'm just gonna say it's one of my favorite colors, right? He used the Exodus. No, he used the Exodus prime, the clear gun, the 1.5, and he told me, he said, "Bro," he said, "this thing will flat eat." And I said, "How many coats of clear did you put on?" He said, "3." And I said, "Okay." And I told him that I'm gonna put 6 coats on this. He said, "There is no way that I would attempt to do 6 coats. There is no way." I said, "Oh man, I can teach you." He said, "Man, I wouldn't even know where to start." It's the same way you do the first 3, you do the last 3. And it's mixing up your chemicals. So when I come in here and I spray the first coat of clear, now 2104 is a slow clear. It's already slow, right? Tampco's already fixed that into the chemical makeup. It's already slow, right? It's for high temperature. Now their 2105 is for like 100-degree weather, and I usually don't use that, right? Because I don't like spraying that hot. So the 2104 is for hot. So if I got it in here 75, 78 degrees, and I come in here and I put the first coat of clear on here, I'm using 80-degree reducer, and it's already slow. And then I got 80-degree reducer in it, trying to slow it down. And I come in here and I spray the first coat. And then I write my time down. Then I come in here and I do the finger test. On someplace, on here, like on the paper or something, I'll check it with my finger. You know, like I told y'all the other day how to check the stickiness with a piece of tape, like a piece of Scotch tape. That is how you tell if it's ready to get back on. So if take a piece of tape, right? You take a piece of tape. You know how it feels when you do that? You see that? If you come in here and you do your finger test on a clear and it leaves a fingerprint, not on the panel, but on a piece of paper, and you do that right there and it does this, it's ready to get back on. If you do that right there and it strings off like string cheese, it ain't ready. If you get on there and you do that and it don't do nothing, don't get back on it. You done waited too long. So when you do the first coat, you write your time down. You know, it's 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is in the flash times. You come and you check it about halfway. Check it and see, check it in multiple spots and see where it's at. When you get the evenly consistency of everybody where it's at, then you put your second coat on there. Do 75% overlap. Spray it the exact same way you sprayed the first coat. You go in there, you go away from it, you touch it. You repeat. You repeat. You do that the first time, the second time. The third time, you're done. Now, if you're not going to put no more clear on it, you don't have to do nothing after this. Now, I know there's a lot of people that do it a different way, and this is the way I do it. This is the way I was taught. This is the way Freddie Carson showed me. This is the way Charlie Hutton showed me. You do whatever the way you want to do it. This is how I do it, okay? The fourth coat of clear, I go in there and I take 80-degree reducer or 85-degree, I take 85-degree reducer and 95-degree reducer and I mix them. I take 3 ounce, whatever I'm going to use. I take 3 ounces of 85 and 3/8 of 3 ounces of 95, and I pour them together. Right. So now I got 85 and 95. You want to do the average, add 85 and 95 together, get that number, divide it by 2. That's the average. Okay. That's the average. I take that clear, I take that reducer, and I mix it with my fourth coat of clear. I come in here and I spray my fourth coat. Then I come in here and I hit the button and I make sure everything's good to go, right? It's good to go. If everything's good, when I come and do my fifth coat of clear, I split it. Man, I'm giving y'all some free game today, baby. Some free game today. The fourth coat of clear, I split it. So instead of doing 3 ounces of 85-degree reducer and 3 ounces of 95, I split it. Right? Instead of doing 1-to-1, I go 2-to-1. So I do 1 part 85, 2 parts 95. And I come in there and I put my fourth coat of clear on here, or my fifth coat of clear, right? Do my fifth coat of clear. Now my flash times has increased because I've increased the reducer. I can't even believe I'm telling y'all all this. Then after that's done, I come out here and I check it again. And then my last coat of clear, which would be the sixth coat of, actually the sixth coat of clear, right? The sixth coat of clear. I use every bit of the 95 reducer. Even if the temperature in the booth is still 75 degrees, I use 95 reducer. And I come in here and I spray my last coat of clear with 95 reducer, 2104, or extra slow reducer, whatever you want to call it. Extra slow, right? I let that stuff set the way it is and I don't touch it, right? I leave the fans on, I turn the lights out, and I leave those big fans running for 12 hours. I do not turn them fans off for 12 hours. I let those fans pull at 100% for 12 hours. By doing that, I have created maximum airflow across my panel. Now, what I have done now, y'all remember what I was telling you about the pie, right? The pie. The first coat of clear has 85 reducer in it, right? The second coat has 85. The third coat has 85. But we're at 70 degrees. So that gives enough time for everybody to melt, everybody eat a Xanax, everybody eat a benzo, and lay out. That lets time for all that solvents, right? All the way through all three coats. Now, when we get to the fourth coat, we have mixed 85-degree reducer and 95 reducer. So now we've lied to it. We've convinced it, hey, we're in 95 degrees. So it slows down even more, and it lets the three lower levels come through the fourth level. On the fifth coat of clear, we have added more 95 and less 85. That still lets all the solvent, hey man, we're going to the top, baby. We're going to the top. Everybody keeps coming up. On the last coat of clear, it's 95 reducer. So at the penthouse, it's 95. On the ground level, it's 85. But it's enough time to leave the door open on the top to let everybody rise up together and meet on the top of the penthouse floor. So once you do that, and plus you got the air going, all the airflow's coming up. You're grabbing everybody on the top floor at the penthouse and you sucking them out the back door and you taking everybody out. And the reason why you do that is because if you don't keep the airflow going, what's going to happen is everybody in the solvents is coming up. They're coming up through the levels. They get to the top. Once they get to the top, they're in the atmosphere. They're out here in the shop. They're sitting here just hanging around. We hanging around, we hanging around, we hanging around, we hanging around. Isocyanates love moisture. In the air, there's moisture. I told you I did not want to clear when it's raining because when it's raining, it's 100% humidity. So you got the moisture in the air, you got the solvents in the air, and what happens? They go together. They like each other. They pull together. So what happens is the isocyanates attach to the humidity, the moisture in the air, and now they get heavy because they just got all this apple pie in the belly and they want to go back down to the bottom floor and take a nap. So what they do is they start floating back down. They start floating. Oh, I can't take no more, man. I can't take no more. We just had an all you eat we just had all you eat buffet at Denny's, baby. So then what happens? That solvent that's impregnated with the isocyanates, that's impregnated with the water moisture, lays back down on your nice clear paint job. Now, everybody that was trying to get out, we got all these heavy jokers laying back down, and you have water now mixed with the isocyanates and the solvents laying back down. By that, what happens is that is when you cause dieback. That is when you call dieback. Dieback, mucky clear, cloudy, whatever, and it falls back down on top of it. So you have to keep the airflow on to suck it out, to get it out through the filters, get all that stuff out. So you're taking everybody out just as fast as they getting full, their belly's full, and you're sucking them. Hey, I appreciate that, Mike. That is the whole process shortened down just in a few minutes. So when you think that, everybody can paint, people's been painting on YouTube forever. You ain't doing nothing no newer than nobody else. Yep. We've been painting since Henry Ford. But what I'm doing and what others ain't doing is I'm giving you the background and the education and the physics of the product, other than telling you, hey, go down here and buy some of this Autobahn paint and paint your car. You can paint your car. That's all fine and good. But if you're not explaining to somebody, how the chemicals work, they're not going to know how to fix and how to do it. Charlie Hutton said one time, a monkey can paint. You can mix up a paint can, hand it to a monkey, send him in there, he can paint. He told me that in 2008 in Miami, down there in Orlando at a special class that I took. Said a monkey can paint. What makes a good painter is a painter that can explain what they're doing and fix their mistakes. That's what makes a good painter. So I know YouTube is flooded, and Facebook is flooded, and TikTok is flooded, and Snapchat is flooded, Instagram is flooded, and X is flooded with painters that go out in their place and paint in their driveway or whatever. But I promise you, they're not telling you what I'm telling you. I promise you, they're not giving you the information that I'm giving you. I promise you, you put me and them in the room together and let's compare apples to apples. I promise you, and I'm not being conceited, not being ugly, I'm not being an asshole, I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you, there's people on social media that watch other people and go by them that it's the gospel. But when you ask them simple questions like, well, what's your solid content? What are you talking about, player? What's your solid content? What are you talking about? What's the solid content of the product you spraying? I don't know. I just got it down here at the parts store, $49.99. It works good. Yeah, but what's the solid content? That's like I told y'all before. 3 types of services: Dollar General, Walmart, Bloomingdale's. You want to live in the basement, you want to live in the mid-level, or you want to be in the penthouse. It all depends on where you're at. So you can't compare somebody on the basement floor to somebody on the penthouse. You can't compare the same shirt that you bought at Dollar General with the same shirt you bought at Bloomingdale's. Yes, it's a shirt. Yes, it keeps me from being naked, but it's not the same. You can't compare the bed sheets you buy from Dollar General from Walmart to Bloomingdale's. The thread count ain't the same. You can't do that. And that's okay. I respect all 3 levels, but don't get it twisted and don't try to compare people to other people when those people are not even the same as the other people. We're not the same. We're not the same. The respect is what's the same. I respect the guy that's in the driveway spraying with Rust-Oleum paint, trying to do the best situation that he can do. I respect him. Now, do I approve of what he's doing? Absolutely not. Have I sprayed Rust-Oleum? Absolutely. I sprayed Build on a Budget's hood with Rust-Oleum. Will I spray Rust-Oleum again? Probably never. I've done that for my friend for Build on a Budget. And I tried to make it look like the rest of his truck. That's the difference. You have those types of service. There's nothing wrong with those guys or women that are doing what they're doing. There's no problem. I'm not casting no stones to them whatsoever. If that's what they do to pay their bills, to feed their family, my hat's off to you. We're not the same, and we will never be the same. Never be the same. Never be the same. And that's okay. Never be the same. People, what's up? So I hope that helps some people out. I hope that makes some sense. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn around here and I'm gonna try to catch up on the comments. And you know what? We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. I just didn't realize I got the ranting and raving. Um, so let's okay, there was a question on primer. What was the question? What was the question? I'm sorry. I don't let's see what the question was on the primer. What's up, biggest? I get compared. Hey, I know you do, SWC. I know you get compared to Brad Pitt all the time. I can see it. I can see the resemblance. All right, let's see. Hey, I appreciate that, Mike. Uh Captain Phoenix DCS. You can prime, you can look, you can paint when it's raining. As long as you got adequate airflow and I just wouldn't clear, and I would not clear in rainy situations. But yeah, you can, yeah, you can. I love the way you explain this. Why do you leave the fans on for 12 hours after you paint? To pull the solvents out. So go back and watch about 4 minutes ago, Chris. Solvents gas out, right? And when they get into the atmosphere, they get heavy. And if they get heavy, they're gonna fall right back down on your panel, right? Um, it fall on your panel and you get dieback. So you got to get the solvents out. Can you stack 6 coats of primer? Oh yeah, I can stack 6 coats. Yeah, I've done it. High build primer, CRE 321. It's 72% solids. I've stacked that. I've stacked 7 coats of that shit. I've stacked 50 HP 5310 from Tamco. I've put 5 coats of that crap down. Well, it's not crap. I put 5 coats of that shit down too with a 2.5 tip. All right, so we're gonna bag and tag this. So y'all keep on doing, and we're gonna keep on doing. We're gonna keep on doing what we're doing. So yeah. I'm sorry I missed your question. Mike, thanks for letting me get the question. So we're going to we're gonna pull some plastic. So we're just gonna bag this. Um, since I don't have no 36-inch paper, um, honestly, we might have an idea here. Um, I might just bag the whole truck and then cut the truck out, let the plastic fall down, and then tape the plastic to the bottom of the truck. Maybe. Um, yeah, I don't know. No downtown. I don't know. Um, I'm gonna pull enough plastic. I'm gonna pull enough plastic, and if I change my mind, well, if I change my mind, I can change my mind. Y'all hang tight. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second. Don't go nowhere. I got to run up to the big shop and get my scissors. So y'all hang tight. Y'all hang tight. I'll be right back. Let me go get my scissors. Let me go get my scissors, boys and girls, so I cut this plastic. I'll be right back. I'm almost back. Almost back. I'm coming. Lucy, I'm home. Ricky, I'm in here. Loose. All right. So, oh, I bet so. I bet they are bad. All right. So, this plastic. has this ain't just normal plastic. This plastic has writing on it that says paint on this side. And what that means is paint on this side. Um, it lets the paint stick to it and not come back off of it. You can't use regular plastic because it won't let the paint soak into it. Also, if I use plastic, a trick that I learned a long time ago, on the edge, like if I was going to, a lot of people would have used plastic to tape up those windows, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. The only problem with that is sometimes if you're doing multiple sprays, like over a few days, like I'm going to do, what happens is it flakes off and it gets into your paint. So you have to run around with some 6-inch paper around the edges. So that paper is designed to let the paint soak on, but not soak through. So if you're going to have to use paper, you might as well use paper instead of double plastic and all that stuff. But anyway, all right. So that being said, so we're going to like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna bag the whole thing and start up. I don't know. I don't know. We're just gonna pull enough plastic. We're gonna pull enough plastic to do what we need to do and go from there. And then, like I said, this plastic here is, I think it's 25 foot wide. No, this is 16 foot wide. I don't use 16 no more. Uh, I use 25. Um, the reason why I use 25 because if I got a big truck in here, you need to plastic the whole thing. But you know, 16 is pretty big. Uh, Push y'all back a little bit further. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button because when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm giving back and I'm gonna bless somebody with a free paint job. Motorcycle, car, or truck. Like I said, I don't know. I might just do what I'm gonna do and just go see if my buddy at his body shop's got some 36-inch paper and just buy a roll of paper. He's probably got white paper. I don't like using the white paper, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. If I win, JG, I'm sending you a boat. If I win, I'm sending. You know what boat stands for, don't you, Mike? Mike stands for. You know what boat stands for? Boat stands for bust out another thousand. Bust out another thousand. Bust out another thousand. Oh, I'm sure, Florida. Oh yeah, yeah. Bust out another thousand. Bust out. I'm gonna show you why I don't use 16. I'm gonna show you why I don't use 16 paper no more or plastic no more. See that? See where it stops? So if I had a lifted truck in here, that's where the plastic stops. It don't even go, what's up, 301? It don't even go all the way to the floor. That's 16 foot. So from there to there, that's 16 foot. That's why I started going with 25. That's why I started going with 25. So probably what we're going to do is, as I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm sitting there looking at it. Probably what I'm going to do is cut it out where the cab can come through and just let it fall all the way down. Um, that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably just cut the front and then um yeah, I don't know. We're gonna do the front first. We're gonna do the front first. Because the front's gonna be I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate you tapping in. It's going black. It's going black. All everything black, 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 black. His name is black, black, black. It's going black, black, black. It's going black, black, black. Hey, you have a great day as well. I appreciate it. Purple, it will be black. Yeah, well, I can't say that. Last time I said that, Mike, I can't say that word. I don't think. Yeah, it's Tempco's murdered out black is what it is. I might move y'all to the other side. Might move y'all to the other side. So we're going to tape up. We're going to bag the front, and then we're going to bag the back, and we're going to tape up underneath the truck, and we're going to put after the floor dries. We'll put construction paper from Lowe's on the floor. By doing that, we're gonna be able to take the cab to the floor, so there's no overspray that gets up underneath on the chassis. So, um, doing that as well. So, um, and we'll go from there. So, and then we'll do what we need to do. I'll come back over here in just a second. Y'all hang tight. Y'all hang tight. We got to tape up this edge. We got to take this edge up, and then we'll go from there. Y'all hang tight. I'm on the passenger side. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Where's the green tape at? I need the green tape. It's a lot stickier than the yellow. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. Y'all hear some songbirds? Y'all hear some songbirds? And I'm still debating on whether I want to put chip guard on the bottom of the rockers. Um, I'm still debating on that. Like I said, I'm still debating on that. Whether I want to put chip guard on the bottom of the rockers, because he is going to drive the daggone piss out of this. Oh yeah, top water action, buddy. Yes, sir. Be like, boosh. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Oh, top. Oh, broken back Rapala. Oh, broken back Rapala. It's raining again. Hey, if you're new to the channel, there's 83 people in here. There's 68 thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, boys and girls. I greatly appreciate it. I'll be going live all weekend on this truck, even Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well. So uh, I hope you stick around. I hope you hit the subscribe button. I hope you hit the notification bell. I hope you hit the daggone comment button, because if you don't hit the comment button, YouTube, if you like somebody's channel and you don't drop a comment and hit the thumbs up button, YouTube actually purges you out because they think you're not a real person. Um, so, um, but everybody's doing pretty good on that because hadn't got no issues so far. So that being said, um, so and also when we hit 100,000, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to bless somebody in the community and going to paint their car or truck or motorcycle. I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna give back to the community. I'm gonna give back. Don't matter what kind of paint job it is. If you want a real candy paint job, if you want a base coat, clear coat paint job, if you want a single stage paint job, um, we'll be using all Tamco products. You can go to tamco.com. You can go to tamcopaint.com. You can see all their colors that they have. You see all their options that they have. Any color that they have, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, we are giving back to the community. Right? We're giving back to the community. Now, there's going to be some rules. I mean, there's going to be some guidelines. I mean, you're going to have to get your vehicle to me. You know, you're going to be responsible getting it here. You know, and then we're going to talk about it. and go from there. But the labor and paint now, the painting. Like if you do all the body, I mean, I'm giving away a paint job. I'm not giving away body work and all that stuff. I'm giving away a paint job. Paint job. So a paint job. So like I said, we're still working on the rules. We're still working on the legal stuff. But you will get a free paint job. Can I paint my truck green and yellow to match my boat? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, if you the hunt, I can do it. We can do it now or you can wait. Can I sleep in your guest room? I ain't got no guest room, man. I ain't got no guest room. You might have to sleep out in the shop on the cot. You might have to sleep out in the shop. I ain't got no I ain't got no guest room. We can figure something out, though. Yeah, paint jobs don't come with new quarters. No, no. Paint job, meaning it's ready to paint and I spray it. That's what I'm saying. Paint job. Now I got some army cots. We got some army cots. Now all this under here is going to get undercoat down here at the bottom, gravel guard and stuff like that. So you got to remember that too. Yeah, all this stuff down here get gravel guard. Um, or like undercoating, chip guard, or whatever you want to call it. So that's that. Yep. So that's that. And then I guess we're gonna figure out the backside. All right, we're gonna split it down the middle. We're gonna pull it back. We're gonna pull it back and we're gonna split it down the middle. I'm gonna split it down the middle. I'll have to crawl underneath the cab to tape all that, and there ain't no sense in being live doing that because I'll use duct tape on the bottom because the bottom of the truck's already got wrapped or not wrapped. Yeah, it's got wrapped or a quart bed liner on it. So regular tape won't work. So we'll have to use duct tape to get up underneath there and tape. I'm not gonna we're not gonna bore y'all with that. But you won't be able to see nothing because I'll be underneath the truck. All right, so let me show you. There's 86 people in here. Let me show you. So what I did was I split the plastic down the middle and I pulled it enough forward and we're going to bring it all the way back underneath itself, all the way back up, and we're going to tape it back to itself, right? And then what I'll do is I'll get underneath the truck and I'll take duct tape and I'll take the duct tape and I will duct tape the plastic to the backside of the rocker at the pinch weld. And what that will do is that will run, because we don't have no 36-inch paper. So what that'll do is that'll run the tape around the bottom of the rocker, the cab corner, all the way up, and we will triple tape the plastic to the cab on the bottom, all the way around. And also, we're going to have to tape it right here too at the back side, underneath that. So I'm going to be underneath it, taping all the way across the back side. And just tape, 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 tape. Same thing on this side. And once I do all that, running that tape that way, and everything's good and taped, I'll grab the tail of the plastic and go that way. And I'll pull this tail underneath the truck that way, and I'll do the same thing on the other side and pull it that way. So the plastic won't be on the floor, it'll be underneath the truck. So basically what we're doing is we're bagging the chassis and the back side of the rockers, and we're making a bag. And then what I'm gonna do is then we'll take this plastic back here at the tail and we'll pull it around and we'll tape it to itself and we'll pull it tight, because what's gonna happen is when I turn the fans on, it's gonna pull the air through those vents, which I'm going to go get new filters. That's why I was telling you a while ago, I got to get new filters, and I'm going to tape up the seam at the bottom so there's no trash or nothing that comes in. I used to have a weather strip at the bottom, but it just got destroyed. So I just duct tape it. It's a whole lot easier and a whole lot cheaper. And then when the airflow comes on, the air is going to come all the way across the truck and then exit out those filter banks. And then what we'll do on this part is The last thing I got to do is when I open these doors, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Lowe's. Then on here on the truck, I'm going to have to run, I'm going to run tape right here all the way around after I wipe everything down. We'll run tape all the way around these edges, and we're going to paper up this. And since I don't have no 36-inch paper, I'm not going to use plastic because I don't want that plastic doing this. So what we'll do is we'll just take 16 paper and we'll run paper, and we'll just do it in 2 sections, and then we'll tape it across the center. Then I'll crawl inside and tape it across the back. And we'll make sure it's really good and solid and taped. And then I'll go to the driver's side. Like I said, I'll go to the driver's side. Once I get to the driver's side, I'll do the exact same thing on the driver's side. We'll tape that door up, and then the cab will be completely sealed. Then I come back and double check all my tape, make sure nothing's lifted, none of that mess. Like, see right there where we were talking and that overlap, I have to come around, just go around and check all my corners, check all my tape edges, and everything's good. So the same thing on this. Then when the floor is good and dry, it's still damp, I will take that 36-inch cardstock paper that you get from Lowe's that you put down in your house when you're doing construction in your house, and I'll run 2 pieces of 36-inch cardstock, and I'll just run it probably from tire to tire. And I'll do 36, I'll do a section from the tire to the tire, and then from tire to tire. And what that's going to do is that's going to put paper over the floor, just underneath the cab and the doors. Because I have to lay down on the floor and spray underneath the rockers, underneath the doors. And I don't want to lay on the concrete because this concrete's not sealed. So constantly concrete puts off dust, right? Up and down, up and down. So if I put the paper down and I lay on the paper, then the paper will create static electricity and pull it down. I want to put carpet in here. I want to put outdoor waterproof carpet in here. So I can just have carpet, because when I worked at Petty's, we had carpet. But they had multiple booths too. We had one booth just for painting, one booth just for primer, one booth for bed liner. That's ideal. But I thought about getting a 16-foot wide piece of carpet and a roll of it, and just getting enough roll to roll from there to the wall. So the truck and the car, whatever, would be over carpet. And then I just set weights on the corner to hold it down. And what that does is the outdoor carpet, when you're walking across it, makes static electricity, and it pulls trash and stuff to the floor. Yes, this is. Can you do a good job? Henry, what you talking about? Yes, it's 68 C10. So that's where we're at on that. There's 167 people in here, man. Hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, so everything else is painted. The bed's painted, the fenders are painted, the bumpers are painted, the grill's painted, the roll pan's painted. So I got to paint the cab, the hood, and the windshield cowl and the tailgate. So we're between today and Wednesday. Sunday's supposed to be a good day. Wednesday, Monday, Sunday, Monday, and Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday's good day. 77 degrees. So I'm trying to do all my prep work today. Oh, okay, Henry. I didn't know, man. I didn't know what you was got going on. So that's what we're doing. We're pulling the plastic. It's 1 o'clock. I've been on here for an hour, 130 minutes. So I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all just stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and keep watching shorts. I'll post shorts all periodically during the day, and then I'll probably go live again later on this afternoon and give y'all an update. And then this afternoon, everything should be done. Lord willing, I'll have the paper on the floor. The truck will be taped up. Everything will be a nice. And then I got a couple places I got to spray some spot primer. So I'll probably spray the spot primer tomorrow, and then let it set till Sunday, and then sand it. And then Sunday, spray the sealer. Monday, spray the base. Wednesday, spray the clear. So I appreciate every one of you sticking around. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Oh yeah, and if somebody want to know what color the truck's going, it's going black. It's going murdered out black, straight black from Tamco. I'm going to be spraying it with the Luma paint guns. I'm going to use their shadow primer gun to lay down the primer. I'm going to lay down with the 1.3 tip with the sealer.
and then I'm gonna lay down the 1.5 Exodus gun with the clear. It's getting all Tamco products. It's getting the 2104 clear, murdered out black, and then the G7 sealer. So I appreciate every single one of you. What's up, John from South Africa? I appreciate every single one of you, boys and girls. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, drop a comment, share, share, share. And like I told you, when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to bless somebody and give somebody a free paint job. Remember what I said, boys and girls? Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at Lucian.